Do you love where you live? People in North Carolina might think they live in the best place in the state. After all, you wouldn't spend your life somewhere you truly didn't love, right? Not always. In fact, a Pew Research Center study determined that almost half of Americans would rather live somewhere else than they do now. Well, if you're in one of the North Carolina cities we're about to highlight, odds are you don't want to go anywhere. The goal today is to analyze the best cities in North Carolina to live. How do we do it? Well, we analyzed places with low crime, great jobs, great weather, affordable housing, and great education. We even looked at short commute times. You might be surprised by the results. So pull up a chair and put a smile on your face as we look at North Carolina's best cities. Our first stop on our tour of North Carolina's best city starts in Fletcher. While lots of people in North Carolina might be like, "Are you kidding me?" When you look at the data, it's actually a great place to live. Crime is the 10th lowest in the state, and they have the 3rd best public schools in North Carolina. Plus, Fletcher residents are in the top 10 for income levels. Our next best city to live in North Carolina is Wake Forest. The unemployment rate here is staggeringly low. It's relatively safe in Wake Forest, and the housing market is solid. And if you like sunny days, this is your place. It's the kind of place where you can just chill, yo. However, the public schools aren't as good as in other districts in the state, so your kids might not be getting the best education. Continuing our best city tour of North Carolina brings us to Elon. This awesome city ranks 11th in income levels, 5th in school spending, and there are hardly any vacant homes. That means lots of people want to live here. Crime is fairly low, and public schools are also solid. If you live in Elon, you're probably straight chillin'. If you're looking for a great place to live, you might want to consider Chapel Hill. Believe it or not, Chapel Hill families command some of the highest incomes in the state, and people here are pretty cheerful. Plus, each Chapel Hill resident gets about $1,000 more each than the state average. And don't forget, they have the best basketball team in the entire world. Morrisville comes in as the 6th best city to live in North Carolina. While there are tons of places in North Carolina where people are very backwoods, you won't find that here, where residents earn, on average, the 3rd highest incomes overall. Morrisville is 7th lowest for crime, too. However, the bad side of this area is commute times. There aren't too many other places in North Carolina where you'll sit in the car longer going to and from work. Despite the fact that many people haven't considered it before, Pinehurst is actually a great place to live. Families are comfortable here, and the housing market's doing just fine. And it seems that just about everyone in Pinehurst is in a great mood all the time. No surprises here that Holly Springs is one of the best places to live in the state. Holly Springs takes number 1 in 3 categories. It's the safest place to live, the unemployment rate is the lowest in the state, and surprisingly, commute times aren't that bad. Basically, if you don't have a job in Holly Springs, it's because you simply refuse to work. Where's the 3rd best city to live in North Carolina? You might be surprised to hear it, but it's Apex. Not only is Apex one of the most beautiful cities in the state, it has great schools and low crime. Plus, it's not very crowded. And if you want to get away to a bigger city, it's easy. Yeah, people in Apex have it made. This might not be a very popular opinion, but when you look at the data, Davidson is the 2nd best city you can live in North Carolina. People here are really successful, and folks in Davidson earn pretty decent salaries, thank you very much. That means you can retire a lot earlier. Plus, you don't have to watch your back all the time since the crime is really low. And where's the best city to live in North Carolina? That would be Cary. Surprised? Households in Cary are in the top 10 when it comes to incomes. And not only do Cary folks earn great salaries, but most of them are employed. Plus, you have a ton of stuff to do within a short drive. Factor in lots of fun, low crime, and lots of friendly people, and you've got one hell of a place to call home. If you live in Cary or any of the other North Carolina cities we mentioned, congratulations! You certainly have a reason to smile.